a quick video on how to set up the EventCam demo from all the stuff that you get to set it up. You got a power supply there you can plug into 110 volts that supplies the EventCam power. You got this adapter where we can wire in our trigger sensor. M12 cable, I'm just going to be using a H18 as my trigger sensor. Ethernet cable, so M12 4-pin to RJ45, which you'll plug into your computer. I'm not going to use this cable because I've already got a different one plugged into my computer. So I'll just grab one of the event cams. You see you've got 2 ports on the bottom. So you've got this adapter that will bring it down to a 5-pin. That way we can just put 24 volts to it for testing. So first we'll just connect this cable here for our I/O and our triggers. Take the Ethernet cable, the 4-pin, connect it to the Ethernet port. And I've already got a power supply here. So what I'll do is I'll connect it to the male side. And the reason I've got this wire here, it's just because if I wanted to trigger it using this and not a sensor. So these switches, you can see there's an on and an off. So depending on where you've got these switched, right now I've got pins 1 and 3 switched to on because pin 1 is going to be my positive and pin 3 is going to be the neutral. So that will actually power the EventCam. So once I plug those all in, now the EventCam comes on. It will take some time for it to boot up. So if it don't work as soon as you plug it in, you got to wait for it. You'll see when it starts coming on, it'll say recording because this is always recording. It's just we give it a trigger when we tell it when we want it to start to save the data. So right now it's recording. It's got new data. So if I just hooked this up and it's got something I haven't looked at, so I can look at the top of it, okay, there's new data that has not been looked at. So now I just take my H18, plug it into M12 cable, and then from here I'll take the brown wire and I'll put it on this side over here, and that way it's bypassing these signals. So the brown wire, which is positive, we'll go to 1. The blue wire, which is neutral, we'll go to 3. And let's make sure the sensor's not seeing anything. I'll point it up because I don't want it to trigger yet. And now I'll take my black wire and I'll land it on pin 5. And it's already triggering. So right now you can see the event is off. So and the H18 is not illuminated. So as soon as I trigger that, now it records an event. So if I wanted to look at that event, I've already changed the IP address of mine. The standard IP address is 192.168.0.30, but I've changed the third octet to 1 so that I can look at everything else on my network. If you're wanting to set your network, you can come here to network settings, Ethernet, and let's get back into that. I can go to Ethernet. I want to go to change adapter settings. And then I want to look here and see what I've got connected. Now I can come here to 4, and I can set my IP address of my computer. You can see I'm 192.168.1.29. If this was a brand new device, I would just put that at 0, the third octet to 0, and then the last octet I would have it something anything other than 30, because that's what the camera is itself. So once all that's set up and I verify that I can connect to it, now I'll just come to my web browser and I'll type in the IP address of the EventCam. So once the EventCam's up, I can come down here to run and I can log into it. So I can go in and I can type in maintenance, all lowercase. And now I can see the event that was just triggered. Today is 10/6, so it was just triggered here. Now if I want to see that event, I can click download. Open file. Go into it and I can actually watch this event.